What's going on, guys? This your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. And it looked like Caitlin Clark really ain't got no ankle injury, man. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. Now, I told y'all, bro, I was going to stay on top of this story of exposing because we know y'all little homeboy, little Aaron boy, Scott Agnes went on Retro the Minute and said, y'all know what, man, Caitlin Clark is just not coming back for whatever reason. Trust me, she's not coming back. And she's still hurt, by the way. You want to know what type of injury she got? She's still dealing with the ankle injury. Now, I made a video reacting to it. I made a video talking about it. Now, he stated she was dealing with this whole ankle bruise thing. Now, I told y'all I got a video. I wanted to show y'all, kind of detailing y'all about ankle bruises. And that is this doctor speaking about, ankle bruises and how long it takes to get over them. And pretty much, kind of letting us know that it really ain't that big of a deal. That being said, let me check out this video before I show y'all what I got to show y'all from last night's game. Now, this is a doctor speaking about Trae Young bone bruise. Now, we know that's the same injury Caitlin Clark is dealing with right now based on the information that Scott Agnes says and based on all the information that has come out since, August the 7th. But let's listen.
Hawks point guard Trae Young has been diagnosed with a bone bruise or contusion to his ankle. We saw him go down with a very severe sprain, but now that we have this diagnosis of a bone bruise on the MRI, I just wanted to quickly go over the differences between basic ankle sprains and when we also have the added diagnosis of a contusion or a bone bruise, which makes it much more severe. So as we see in that play, as we review it, we see Trae Young is stepping.
Now, this is all Trae Young, y'all, so don't get in the comment section. I'm trying to break down the type of injury because he said bone bruise, so he's going to explain this, guys.
Stepping backwards in very freak accident, steps on the foot of the referee and unfortunately inverts his ankle. Invert means that the foot goes inward this way. So what happens during a basic ankle sprain is during those inversions, you get stretching of the structures on the outside part so the ankle ligaments can get stretched and sometimes torn. And then on the very severe ones, which we know happened to Trae Young, is you also get a contusion or a bone bruise. And what that means is not only are you getting stretching on the outside part of the ankle, but unfortunately, with all that force going inward, you get bumping up of the bone of the talus against the end of the tibia. So that's how that bone bruise occurs. Is it's basically those two bones are colliding. And what the MRI picks up is you'll start to see increased signal or basically edema or increased fluid or really basically blood on that MRI, which confirms that they do have that ankle contusion or bone bruise. Usually when you have that contusion, you have bleeding of that joint into the joint. It causes increased swelling. And in orthopedics, when we have an increase of swelling, we're also going to have a decrease of the range of motion and decreased mobility. And so that's the concern, especially with a point guard like Trae Young, who relies on his quick.
Now, you heard him say decrease in mobility, right? Decrease in mobility. All these things happen when you got a bone bruise.
To get into the lane and penetrate. Is he going to have limited mobility of that ankle, and is he going to be ready to go for the next game? So it's really going to be on the athletic staff to do their best to see if they're able to limit the extent of the swelling and try to increase that range of motion back and see if Trae Young is able to return to the game. I think with that added diagnosis of the contusion or the bone bruise, it makes it much less likely that he would be able to be ready for the next game.
Now, y'all heard what he had to say. This is David Abbasi. He's a doctor, man. He's over on YouTube, and he make these videos kind of speaking about these injuries and stuff like that. Now, we know Caitlin Clark supposedly got this bone bruise. Now, I hate to keep beating a dead horse, bruh, but this was Caitlin Clark last night at the game. Watch this. Y'all see Caitlin? Y'all see Caitlin? Now, do that look like somebody that got what he just said? No, it don't. It don't. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, and let's check out the comments. This comment stated, Scott Agnes, is there a third ankle? The dark side isn't aware of it. Scotty boy, is there a third ankle? Because Caitlin Clark definitely don't look hurt to me. Now, I told y'all earlier, bro. I don't believe they're going to let Caitlin Clark back because we got to talk about the front office at this point. It's the front office. We have to talk about this front office, man. Reason being, right? They possibly never thought that they was going to beat Atlanta. So they figured, you know what? How about we just sit her and because we're not going to beat Atlanta, let alone make it to round 2 and possibly win the championship, because no one thought that the Minnesota Lynx was going to be in the situation that they're in right now, did they? No, I didn't even think that. I had the Minnesota Lynx automatically beating the sleeves out of the Phoenix Mercury, and we just seen what happened there. To me, we have to hold the front office accountable because they never did a what if factor. Now, I can understand and wanted to know, wanted to keep Caitlin Clark safe and her well-being. But if you have a chance for this young lady to win a WNBA championship, she has not won a national championship, a high school state title, from my understanding, nothing big like this besides the Commissioner Cup, and she didn't play in that game. You have arguably the best shooter of all time in you guys' sport, and you chose not to activate her. I think this is going to be talked about from years to come, and I believe when it's all said and done, Caitlin Clark is going to break her silence about this matter because, if she never, God forbid, wins a WNBA championship and she was cleared to play and she could have helped them win this is going to be a blemish on her record that she's never, ever going to be able to get back. Y'all do understand that, right? Like, everybody want to, shoot this off. Like, if Caitlin Clark never be in this position, God forbid, I doubt this would ever happen. She's going to win. But I'm just saying, if she'd never be in this position again to win a championship, and she had a chance to play, and y'all chose not to play her, this is going to look spooky as hell moving forward. Now, let's go back to the front office. Once again, when you have a situation like this, you have to play the what if factor. And the what if factor never crossed their mind. It's clear as day. It's clear as day because I don't believe Caitlin Clark ever had an ankle injury. Now, this is just my theory. This is my personal opinion because we got to go back. We got to go back to the day that it all happened, bro. I am verbatim always going to go back to this clip because this is the day I've been broke the story down. I've been debunked this whole thing about Scotty Boy because this is me reacting to it, and I'm going to play it yet again, bro, because I got to play it again because for the simple fact, I feel like we all lose sight of this, bro. This is when it all happened. This is what they said. Let's listen. August the 7th. I think, is they lying? They lying, bro. She ain't limping. She ain't limping this day. She ain't limping. I ain't seeing her limping, bro. This is August the 7th. She walking normal. Hold up, wait a minute. Now, we all heard the video of the doctor that stated it was an ankle bruise. She lose mobility. Mobility is gone. She wouldn't be able to walk. She'll be in a boot. We have not seen Caitlin in no damn boot. We haven't even seen her in an ace bandage around that damn ankle, bro. Come on now. Y'all lying. Caitlin Clark got that big-ass bag. She is not limping. It's looking spooky. This is from August the 7th. This is the same day. Y'all saying this injury happened. On August the 7th. I think, yep, and that was me reacting to it when it first came out. I told y'all months ago I think it was BS. But, only time will tell, man. But I truly hope Caitlin Clark get that ring, bro, because this is a golden opportunity for her to get one. Guys, get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this. Keep them bells on because I will be bringing you the news. And until next time, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here, bro. Peace out.